Hey everybody, I'm Mark and we're here with Esoteric Amp. Actually, yeah. My camera's being weird right now. That's a lot better. Anyway. I think, yeah, we finally got to the above ground from the crypt. So we're gonna check that out. When spellcasters consume spell scrolls to cast single-time versions of spells. You instead use spell scrolls to memorize any kind of magic in seconds. You're just that good. That actually is really good in terms of D&D, because like that's only like a wizard thing. They can take a scroll and use it, or they can study it and add it to their spell book and make it something that they can prepare each day. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something or someone. Maybe us? Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. Not just physically imposing, this orc knows how to exert power in other ways as well. I believe this is what the young folk call aura. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve. A heart with the initials of the Norvikian Freestrider Regiment. What's this? Not often we get Earthguard around here. She presents her palms to you. Vera is my name. I am Second Command Guild Agent Ev Tolstad. Nice to meet you. Yes, the handsome orc lady wants you to say a name. Make sure she knows you are a cleric. Do not grab her hand. That's not what that is. I'm the cleric, actually. I'm just gonna say his actual name. It looks like we can't change his name. Hello, Rogan. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say something. What's the deal with the dwarves? Yeah, I'm gonna do a set like Jerry Seinfeld right now. I'm here on important business. Business, you say. She leans in and squints at you. Fascinating. Perhaps I can be of service, Earthguard. Tell me what you know about the tea shop. The tea shop that blew up, she says, dramatically. Sounds like a magazine tale. I heard it was an accident. The Post mentioned it in passing. Minor mishap, I believe, was the official quote. Quite. Oh, anything else you know? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time of the explosion on the north wall. The sign of an outsider. She calls it the north wall instead of just north wall. I remember there was a point in time where there was a huge discussion about this with about freeways in certain regions. I don't know who or what or where or even what I say, because I believe I say 880, and people from not around here probably say the 880. That's all that reminds me of. How do you say your freeway numbers? Take 880 to 237 to 580, or the 880 to the 237 to the 580. It's also an interesting thing about slang in general, or how people speak locally, which has been changing because of the internet. Everyone's learning each other's slang. She looks inland. I did see the smoke. It was a clear day. What do you think the cause, Earthguard? If the city says it was an incident, then it is. Maybe it was the tea leaves. That's interesting. Our strength says incident, which no matter what, it's an incident. But down here, it has accident, which if it was an accident, that's totally different. I believe there was spellcasting involved. Could very well be the case. Hold on, are you here to investigate the tea shop? No, not at all. That is not why I'm asking about it. She's a free shredder, so why run? Stand against her. She has no right. Yes? Really now? No. Say no! Maybe. Charisma, why? I'm gonna go with yes. Interesting. I'll be honest, I assumed the city would just ignore it. But they sent you. Perhaps it was a secret. Should we have stoically avoided the question better? It's sort of a giveaway. Clearly someone thinks this is an esoteric mess. If they sent a cleric to look into it. Esoteric. I keep hearing that word. What exactly does it mean? Well, they do say esoteric a lot in this game. Well, I'm here now. If you are, and good luck, cleric. If there's anything the Ascani Reed's trading company can do to help you out, let me know. You can usually find me down at our headquarters on Water Lane. She smiles in a way that completely breaks down your defenses. Looking forward to seeing you there. Where's the Goblin Chieftain? Lady Sageleaf? Just head down these stairs. Good luck getting an audience, though. By moving your head to the side and using your eyes to look south, you see a garden of some sort. You can see a goblin or two on the ramparts. Thanks, I should be going. I'll explore more first. A lot of these people look like dwarves. Are they dwarves? They look short like dwarves.
Oh.
Nimmy and the boys! The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you approach. Fancy helmet, city man. He speaks in a short and quiet manner, as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. Bad idea, that would fuck you up in a fight. Thanks, my mom got it for me. Oh. It's a lovely helm. She has good taste. We gain some experience. You made him feel bad for making fun of it. This is not an evil person. Okay. Nah, I shouldn't. We should leave. Nice helmet, city boy. Thank you. My mommy got it for me. She has fantastic taste and is probably a wonderful person. Have a nice day. What else can I engage with? I am looking through garbage. I am taking a cardamom treat from the garbage. No, do not. You did not just... You it? Let me get this clear. You find yourself out on a pillar road, you see a cardamom treat in the bin. It's been out there for God knows how long, and you think to yourself, what the hell is I'll just eat some trash. No, you're not eating from the fucking trash. Calm down, it's not trash. No. It is trash. There's a lot of games where you can do this and no one will give you guff. It's great that this one does. Listen, man, maybe you don't know exactly what's going on here in this world of ours, but you don't need to lower yourself this way. Correct. A man does not consume garbage. Unless it is very tasty garbage. It is a cardamom treat. Taking stuff is great, but you can't just eat a half-eaten pastry out of the trash. No, we're not rationalizing eating trash. Is there a way I can toss this cardamom treat? Is this the one from the garbage? Oh, it's just part of our treats and stuff now. There's a bag over here. I'm gonna look through it. Really instructions. Why does this give us -2 intelligence? Why does everything we get give us negatives? Because like we have 2 rats that give us negative charisma and constitution. I mean, they're cool. They're very cool rats. Our ruined pear book, which gives us a -3 to intelligence. The only thing that gives us a plus is that wisdom tooth. I'll try a short rest also, because like I want to see if I get spell slots back. No hit points. Our exhaustion's lowered by a level. Sweet, we got a spell slot back. Unlocked all ability checks. We need to short rest more often. What disappeared from there? We have a disappearing acorn man, or pinecone man. Okay. We're gonna consume some incense. I'd expect us to cough. Is that an imp? Hello, imp. Broxo Pencilwing. You raise your head toward the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. He's just a little guy with wings, reading his little newspaper. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. We can run around as the most like happy-go-lucky, ignorant cleric in the world, but we're not going to. Hello, I am from the local government. A sigh escapes the fiend's maw. He slowly puts down the paper. The paper was actually a torn out page from a magazine. I've paid my taxes, you can move on. You can always pay more. We're gonna try and extort him. Well done, citizen, proud of you. The fiend gives you a nod and almost turns back to his paper. Wait, he says, leaning in to get a good look at you. Earth God? A cleric? What the hell's you doing here? That reaction, your presence is uncommon. Divine mission, the usual. Very well, I won't get in your way. I, for one, am happy, very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and freestriders run amok. We need some damn order in this place. Wise words, but very odd for a fiend to want more order instead of chaos. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny sharp smirk. You should be aware of the fact that this is literally a devil. A good little devil. Actually, yeah, what about alignment? Ah, yes, the overrules of morality. Norvik does not moralize over alignment officially, nor do most of the city-states across the coast. And you being a devil are, you know... Yes, you're evil. Oh yes, indeed, it is pretty easy to spot. He flaps his wings. It can be pretty discriminatory at times. People assume I have the worst interest in mind just because I'm ontologically evil. You don't have their worst interest in mind? Look, evil's not some objective thing. It's entirely internal and aligned with your subjective opinion. There are good people who ruin the world and evil folk who do their best to maintain it. That's the deal. Which is kind of true. Alignments in D&D aren't as straightforward as people think. Lawful good, for example. You can do a lot of good, and you'll do the good things in your eyes. But you don't have to go by the letter of the law for the town you're in. You could have your own code. If their law goes against your code supersedes theirs as a lawful character. So, like, I liked playing lawful neutral, especially with certain types of characters. What about Charm Person? Charm Person! Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik. It's the same in all not completely chaotic city-states. There are certain spells that just are not allowed at all, like Fireball, as a popular example. But Charm Person is, despite its devilish mind control, legal. If it is cast by a registered cleric or a city-hired interrogating mage, private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it. Although, I can promise you, many still do. People don't tend to like it when I cast Charm Person on them. That's understandable. Folk tend to enjoy agency. Free will, you know. It's pretty popular. But if you ask me, it's overrated. People don't know what's best for them. What a horrid worldview. Okay. Did you hear about the tea shop? Yeah, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Holstad. What's your take? It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but little fellow's helping you out of self-interest, surely. Be careful. The scorch marks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking high-level wizard stuff here. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge. There's corruption in every system, even in the great city of Norvik. Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend. Or an elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Kagamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows? Evil elementals on the loose! That'd be a story, right? But I suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, eh? Gives you an ominous chuckle. Citizen? Yeah, that's good. That's enough information from them. Yeah, that fiend is kind of interesting. And very informative, to be honest. There's 2 goblins here. Is this some... You approach the shrine. Oh, we can prepare spells. I'm gonna have... a Shield of Faith. I need to cast that more often if that's gonna be a thing, but I don't. Cure Wounds is good, but eating food is better. I think I'll do Charm Person and Shield of Faith. I think... Oh. I can prepare all 3. Never mind. I need cantrips. You find a goblin standing at the tip of Tolstad. The clothes are fit for a Reedsian trader. And his haircut is fit for an Ascani noble, a superficial fellow. Behind him a vast view of the mouth of River Torna. A little weasel. Let me guess, you're the cleric. The cleric, yes. Yes, I'm the cleric, that's me. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. I'm Snell, runner and handler of the HWBT. Old lady's been waiting for you. This old lady must be his chieftain, the matriarch of his tribe. Great. The goblin kindly. Greet the goblin kindly. This is the beginning of a great cultural cooperation and exchange. Okay, we'll say nice to meet you, Snell. Perform a traditional goblin salute. You raise your arms up into the air, as one should when greeting uncivilized tribal goblin. What the fuck are you doing? Cleric, what are you doing? I'll lower my hands. Goblin clears his throat. The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Okay, right. Head down to the garden throne, but he waves his claw towards you. What's all this? You look like a human shit. You've been floating around in the banks of the river. Your uniform shows it. He's making a playful jab. Don't worry about it. The gall. You should teach him a lesson. I died and was reborn. I fell into the river. He gives a shocked laugh. It's fine. Somebody shipped me up. Fished me up. Huh, lucky you, I suppose. Just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you don't want to disappoint her. Tell me more about this lady. Sure. For starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. And considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, cleric. Rude? You are on a holy mission. You cannot rush such things. Is she spooky? Yeah, real scary. Insult her and she'll bite your head off. Then she'll scorch the corpse to dust. He laughs with his arms crossed. But seriously, she will fuck you up if you annoy her. Not a jest. Okay, lead me to her. Good, but just to make it perfectly clear, some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges and, he grins, throwing off his polished fangs. Enjoy the garden, cleric. The goblin scurries down the stairs. He seems to be in a hurry. You look out over the river. The cold Ascani wind seeps through the cracks of your helmet. Earth be blessed. He is always with you. Right. Following him down the stairs. Okay, every time there's an entrance, I have to click it, not just run into it. This is the Goblin Garden. It's kind of nice. Your stomach twists. Beware her illusion. Like, this is nicer than most goblin things I see or imagine in D&D. What's up here? This looks like an apothecary. Vincent's. Tending to the garden. Be back after lunch. Nessun. I'm just taking things. It's something I need to, I guess, be more aware of in video games because, like, a lot of JRPGs has taught me go around, take all the things. Did you just rip those mushrooms out of the pot? What? It was cultivated there. It was a potted mushroom. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Wow, sure, you know what you were doing. Pure evil. Someone worked hard cultivating those. And you just take them? Can I put them back? No, you have to live with it. Guess so. Yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. In a lot of RPG games, JRPGs and stuff, you could take everything. You go into people's houses, kick over their chests, and take everything for yourself. But this is a lot more like a pen and paper where you can't just take everything. He's waiting? Who's he? You approach him below a sprawling tree. The well-dressed goblin stands proud beside his master. Go ahead, cleric. With a proud smirk, he motions toward the wooden throne. Such a little weasel. You should stand before the throne. Address her court. Okay, then. I gotta be aware of trifling so often. You approach the throne. The sprites flutter, their glowing illuminating the trunk of this great tree, its roots reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. On the throne sits a tiny goblin, her smirk as bright as it is threatening. So this is the dragon. Yes, I can see it. Her glare is magnificent. Not that way. In actual, I need a drink. Cleric of Norvik, of earth and river. Her shrill voice echoes out through the chamber. She's talking to you. You're the cleric. I know wisdom, thank you. If I failed that wisdom check, would I just be like, dur, 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 I don't know who's talking to me? I was assured by your masters, the top brass of the palace itself. Her words are tainted in disdain. Her voice causes you to shiver. Our constitution needs to be a lot higher. They told me a cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. So tell me, human. You should run. No, wait, you can't. But you should. Why am I sitting here waiting? An immense presence. You have no power here. Every word you say here could have a profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. Let's apologize to the lady. Her frown turns into a weary expression. Whatever. She does not feel like mauling you now. You're dancing on a fine line. Hers is a frightful presence. You need to stand. Do not let her impact your stature. If you can't take this much longer, you need to get out of here. Constitution save. Good, we passed. You brace your entire being as you meet her glare. With trembling innards, you resist. She lifts her chin. You stand. Good. The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It is vexing to watch my street descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local businessman caught up in an inferno. In the middle of the day, right on the pillar road. My road. The way she says that causes you to tremble. And yet, Magistrate Darrow, he spits out the name like it's a curse word. He alone believes the Halfway Bridge tribe does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. She appears to be stewing over this annoyance for some time. Her anger is pure and intense. She's trying to reel it in. Let's see. Why does Darrow say that? Because he is a fool born out of nepotism and alcohol. Horrific slander. Where is your usual jurisdiction? She leans back and picks something from between her fangs. I have an official recognition of law on Lower Tolstad. The definition of that has always been vague. Some see it as anything below ground, some as below water level. And where exactly is this tea shop located? She glares at you. It is, or was, rented out of a corner of the central fort. just above the holes next to the pillar. She snaps her fingers toward the goblin to her right.
Huh?
That means it's part of the core foundation of this island fortress. Therefore, that property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. Lady, my people have been handling that damn crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises, to deal with it, to clean up even. No, suddenly it is the city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption, plain and stupid. Sounds shady. Her sharp glare stabs you. Normal business in Norvik. And don't get me started on the actual effect this has on my people. Now, she says and beckons toward the comely goblin. He approaches the roots and takes a bow, Lady Sageleaf. Then he turns to you. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They've yet to send anyone in to actually investigate the scene. I want to check it out for myself. Of course. The lady glances at him, to which he responds by making a nervous face. He's embarrassed. The explosion occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was low at the time of the incident, so despite the massive kaboom, no dead folks who were injured. We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. So Frank Frankson. That's a sort of prefix used by Earthfolk. A human, most likely. Wouldn't that be a suffix? It is honorable to name a son after the father. Huh, that ain't a real name. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. One person said, quote, he looked like one of them dungeoneers, you hear? A real adventuring man, end quote. Another said he was looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Water Lane. Dungeon or Water Lane? Both sounds like trouble. Frank, son of Frank? Yeah. Cool name. Sure. A dungeoneer. If you believe it, that comment was from one of the militia members. Could be smart to check the city below just in case, despite the dangers. Down to Water Lane? Yeah. Seems like he was heading in that direction. Though down could mean a number of things, Water Lane included. Yeah, a fancy yellow outfit. Oh, a Reedsian fashion. Okay. Was he inside at the time? I doubt it. He says, considering the state of the building. Why was he there? We don't know. He's annoyed to have to answer that question. Where is he now? We don't know. Sounds like you were handed a tough hand. Yeah. Although one of the militia members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing or somewhere else, we don't know. Anything else you do know? Snell gives a nervous look at his master before answering you. We have theories, but we need proof. The lady raises her claw. The unveiling has begun, cleric. Secrets in the ashes. Corruption, madness, she claws at her wooden throne. Politics. Bureaucracy wears her down. This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster, someone who cannot go unpunished. Justice, yes! Okay. Strength, you love the justice and strong, like, all that stuff, apparently. I will bring justice to Norvik. I will do that. I certainly hope so. The lady clears her throat, loudly. She demands respect. She gets it. Strength likes her. I formally declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge Tribe and the Earthguard City Clerics shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. No creature, foul or fair, shall escape my rage. The words seep out of her maw, burning the air. Every goblin in the chamber looks upon her in awe. She is theirs to serve. The dragon has spoken. Nod solemnly. She looks upon you with a grim expression. Snell, she says, waving towards him. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, he says, bowing his head. You're the handler of this case. You've worked on it since the explosion. You know more than anyone. Ooh la la, complimented by his queen. I want you to represent the tribe in this venture. His face lightens up. A goblin and a cleric, together you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstad. You're going to have the pretty boy around? Damn, I thought this was going to be fun. His expression is that of shock. He did not expect this. Do not disappoint me, Snell. It appears you've received a party member on your divine mission. Sad it had to be a damn goblin. I've always wanted a goblin of my own. A new party member. He ignores you. The goblin takes a deep bow. Yes, Lady Sageleaf. Your will be done. Damn goblins. No. At your service, Lady Sageleaf. She grins. Yes, you are. Snell takes a step forward. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. Your new goblin companion gives you a quick wave. Let's go, cleric. Snell has joined as a companion. You can speak with him if you need help finding your way across Tolstad. For as much as she told you, there's danger you're missing here. The lady is keeping information from you. You should investigate the tea shop thoroughly. Let's go. Neat. With Snell in tow. Interesting. Okay. We're gaining levels in different areas too. Let's talk to Snell. You approach your companion. Let's get on with it. So what's your position on all this? What's your angle? I'm here on behalf of Lady Sageleaf. Her will is for the streets of Tolstad to not suddenly burst into flames in the middle of the day. Her will be done, so to say. But why are you really here? My motives are not of interest, cleric. He does not want to disclose his inner feelings to you. Understandable, you're kind of creepy. Once you have shown yourself truthful and just, the goblin will reveal his secrets. That you swear. Ask some other questions. Remind me, what are we doing again? Apart from disturbing the peace, he laughs. What do you want to know? Tell me again about this tea shop. Again, he asks. Yes, please. Okay, sure, okay. He groans. So, tea shop blows up on Tolstad. And Tolstad is this place right here. Yeah, sure. You see pain in the goblin's pointy face. It's a district in the city, like in the center of the city, in the river. Have you spent much time here before? Big city, you know? Okay, so again, midday of the 22nd, reports of a burning local tea shop on Pillar Road. Militia arrives in no time, puts out the flames, keeps them from spreading, etc. Few injuries nearby, no casualties. Turns out the shop was closed at the time of the incident. The city declares it a fireplace failure. The HWBT disputes it, asking for a cleric to check for esoteric circumstances. Said cleric arrives late. That's you, by the way, just to be mind-numbingly clear. You are the cleric. You do cleric things, and cleric stuff. You feel that in your bones. Now, I don't know about you, but he mutters and looks over his shoulder. Tea shops don't explode out of nowhere. Right before the election, too? The goblin scoffs. The whole thing stinks. Gotta hang on it. Thanks. Let's go. Alright. We are gonna get going. So this is an interesting little adventure. These little question marks. Nature seeps through the cracks. There's a lot of goblins here, which makes sense because it's a very goblinly place. Goblin artwork. Green faces splattered across the facade, staring wildly towards a flaming sky and dragons spread across it. Or something like that. Can you call this art? Is that you, Snell? Ha, he says, not laughing. Funny. I do know the guy who made it. Calls himself Goblin. He's a bit of a twat. What does it mean? They believe in their dragon queen. Such worship should be encouraged, if only it was for Earth instead. It represents a devotion, albeit in an asinine way. The coins stand for all the fat loot the dragon brought to her people. You could get behind that. The fire is the soul. A boundary between the real and the heartfelt. Let's place our hand on the wall. Take a step forward. The painted stone surface is smooth. You feel an esoteric urge to communicate with this object. Tell me your secrets. I failed it. I failed getting its secrets. Your focus falters. There's nothing to answer you. But something is there, beyond the silent hard stone. Try again tomorrow, perhaps. Alright, we'll come back. We'll come back for this. The river seems to be this way. I think. Unless that's not a river. We'll go to the Drunken Sphinx later, though. I think we can meet that one dwarf we saw there. The pillar kiosk, newsstand. They tend to know things. This is starting to shape up like a fantasy world version of a detective story. Like a noir. Hello there, sir. The kid behind the counter taps a pile of newspapers. You a postie? The fuck did you just call me? What? Do you read the... I'm asking. You scared the poor boy. Ah, the Post, yes. That is a good magazine. The kid looks distraught. Never mind, welcome to the pillar kiosk. How can I help you today, sir? He looks around. Do you want to buy something? Yes, I want to buy something, but... And I have questions. Questions about what? Mostly about the tea shop. Okay. He looks down the road. Not too much traffic lately, so sure. If my boss shows up, you gotta buy something, though. I like the magazine names. Do you know a Frank, son of Frank? No, not really. He's lying. Just look at his eyes move around like that. We can do a charisma check. There's a 10 DC, not too hard. Maybe a little harder than I thought. Manipulation. It's an art few know. And you're not one of them. Not today. What do I do then? He's clearly hiding something. Good question. Scream and slam your fist on the counter. Do not scream and then slam your fist on the counter. We'll do that one. I said don't to both. The slam frightens him and he jumps back. The kid nervously glances to the side as you get more and more agitated. Don't worry, kid. I won't get violent. Oh, okay, good. He looks terrified. Maybe this'll refresh your memory, sliding him a crown. The kid stares at it. Really? He means it as a, are you really giving me that much money for some silly information? Clear your throat and hand him 9 additional crowns. A tip. That's 10 crowns. How many crowns do I have? Yeah, okay. His eyes go wide. Then he gladly pockets the coins and gives you a nervous smile. Thanks. He didn't tell me anything. Let's try this again. With advantage? Good. The power of manipulation flows through you. It's an esoteric effect, really. Because you know exactly what to tell this young lad. If there's anything else you remember, the city needs to know, kid. Glare at him. Okay, maybe. Oh, there was one more thing. I saw some dude with a big yellow backpack. That was earlier in the morning, but he stood out like a sore thumb. Plus, he bought a Friendster magazine. What did he look like? I don't know. Curly black hair, short beard. Be firm. This is important. Stare at him. Or take your time. Take your time. Kid thinks about it. The fellow was an earthfolk. Fancy clothes, covered in dirt. I guess would be a Reedsian merchant. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Why would you guess that? He was tan. In March, even the hardiest farm guilders won't look that dark until the river run. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Did you get his name? I asked since he was so out of place. But he gave me a fake name and a thumbs up. The kid shakes his head. Ridiculous. Ask him what was the fake name. Frank, son of Frank. Guy was, fucking with me. Harsh words for a child. Streetcast kid swearing like a sailor. Did you see where he went? Yeah, down. Said he had an important meeting below. Whatever that means. A Friendster magazine? Yeah, one of those open up the port scenes, bunch of bullcrap. The kid thinks about it. The fellow wasn't earthfolk. Fancy clothes covered in dirt. My guess would be a Reedsian merchant. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Did he try to sell you anything? No, he was very polite, but didn't stay long. Felt like he was trying to. Okay, we got the fake name. Thanks for the information. Purchase news in Norvik for 9 crowns. Alright. Take care, citizen. Hold on. Can I ask you a favor? Anything, young man. You are the future of this city. Now I'm gonna ask, how much you paying? He squints. 3 crowns? Hold out your hand. He quickly grabs 3 crowns, quits from under the counter, and tosses them to you. Taking bribes from children? What are you? A monster. Taking bribes from kids? Cool. Get them hooked young. The ridiculous nature of the fact that you gave him a bribe and now he's bribing you back is not lost on you. That actually is a Naked Gun reference, I guess. There's a good joke in there from Naked. Was it Naked Gun or Police Squad? Police Squad. I heard there's trouble down on Waterlane tonight. Please go and make sure that nothing happens. Pay a man enough and he'll walk barefoot into hell. Does that mean you'll go check it out? Give him a quick nod and leave. Okay. We have a net loss of 7 crowns. We'll steal them back somewhere. Apparently that's a thing we do. That's north. Great Perch of Norvik. Old symbol and old regime. What was this sign? Street sign. Floating just an inch off the surface. The name of several locations are spelled out. Common type of magic ink. Creates a permanent message on any surface, until dispelled, of course. It appears to be more advanced kind with a magic mouth-like ability. It can react to your commands and reshape temporarily. Which way is Pillar Road? Down the temple steps. Just follow the, massive pillar rising endlessly into the sky, and you'll find Pillar Road pretty easily. Good side. I'm gonna guess this right here is the tea shop that exploded. Okay. What am I stuck on? Amid scorched marks and cracked masonry, you approach the doorway. There are several planks blocking the passage. The tea shop, what a mess. Take a peek inside. Rip these planks aside, let's get to work. Fastened with several nails, you also see a paper. The goblin clears his throat and begins reading the bold letters at the top of the paper. Steady notice, no trespassing. That doesn't include me, does it? He shrugs. I'm no expert in city law, but... Your companion suddenly kicks the planks, sending a subtle ripple of blue energy around his foot. You think I would sneak in by myself if I could? It's sealed. You ain't getting in without the magistrate's approval. Okay. You touch the planks. As you do, subtle ripples of blue energy appear around your gloved hand. It is sealed. As you move away your hand, the faint aura shimmers in dark, translucent blue and then fades away. Yep. Just standing near the door makes it clear that there's a locking spell cast on it. No, we're not going to try and break that down. We're going to just hurt ourselves. We should leave for... Well, what kind of magic is this? It's an arcane lock. Casting it on a bunch of planks is unorthodox, but obviously they got it working. It is used all over the towers. You need a passphrase to unseal it. Nothing that can't be solved with testosterone. Trying to force an arcane lock open is idiotic. Don't. Can I bypass the effect with magic? Of course. Knock would do the trick. Can I guess the passphrase? Guess? Guess? Without knowing who sealed this seal personally and their preferences, even assuming the person who placed it is an idiot who would use something of their own preference, there are millions of sentences. There's no chance in hell you can simply guess. Okay, so I gotta guess. Take a look at the planks. We should leave it for now. Alright, I'm taking grounds. Alright, we've earned back all the crowns we gave to that kid. There's bicycles. Why is this surprising to me? But it is. It is very surprising to me that there are actual bicycles here. A handful of bicycles are stationed at the local rack. There's a stillness here, an uncommon sight at the heart of the city. This particular bike is yours. Where's the key? Not here. Did you lose it somewhere? Could getting the key be a quest? That does sound like a quest you would get. Find the missing key. The mystery of the bike key. Something like that would be perfect. No quest to be found, just sadness. Damn. Check the chain lock. You lean in and close and take a closer look. The rusty chain seems brittle, but wraps so hard around the tire that it would be annoying to get it off, even if you had the key. Good. No one will take your bike. Not even you, apparently. Wait, this is my bike? Yes, you fool. Keep up. Sure is. Best way to travel in Norvik. Except, of course, for this godforsaken island fortress. You see anything strange about this bike, Snell? No, it's a bicycle. He does not care. I love this bike. Uh-huh. You want no secret? Not particularly. This is my bike. Yeah, that seems to add up. If I bring the bike with me, can I take it with me? If I remember where the key is, can I bring the bike with me? He takes a breath. First of all, don't ask me. You're an adult. Do what you want. Secondly, how the fuck are you going to take a bike around Tolstad? You gonna carry it? Up and down the stairs? The bike rack is set up here so that people can leave their bikes before heading downstairs to Water Lane. Sounds a bit annoying. Yeah. If you find a pocket bike, that's another thing. The goblin size. But leave this one be, cleric. We've got work to do. Bye, bike. Alright, next time I play this, I'm going to have a lot more intelligence and wisdom and charisma and constitution. Level advancement. We did level up though. Let's up our we have 5 hit points. +1 ability score, +1 to hit dice. We have a first level, second level spell slot. Nothing is close to giving me anything plus, so might as well just put it in. Maybe intelligence. I don't know. Actually, let's go with wisdom. It feels like my character needs to understand the world around him better. You look up at the pillar. The relic rises upward, endlessly upwards. Central landmark of Norvik, the symbol of Earth's conquest. The day he took the red rocks and slayed the Troll King, he looked upon the pillar and declared this a sacred spot for all Norvikians, for all Earthfolk. It was here before Earth, and it will be here after you, remaining until the end. A gate to another time. So what do I do with it? Nothing. It's just a rock to you. A tingly, esoteric rock. You can always attempt to focus on it. Learn from this ancient relic. Get closer. As you do, you feel the air itself tingle. Power. He's speaking to you. Touch the pillar. Alright, I'm touching the pillar. You place a hand upon the surface. A slight tingle spreads across your palm. This is a magical object. I have a feeling that you can meditate here. It will take some time, but it could prove valuable. That's a disadvantage roll. But we make it. We still make the roll on disadvantage. Why was it a roll at disadvantage to focus on a pillar? You shape your hand into an arrow. Shoot it out towards the esoteric force. Find the rhythm to Jor's realm. Hear his voice. The cold rock of the pillar turns warm in your palm. You've marked it with your spirit. Feel. We're just gonna feel. Warm. And deep. It goes deep down and far up. Marked it what? You're unsure. But you feel like there are more spots you need to investigate. You lift your hand from the surface, and you are able to see normally again. But you feel like you've learned something. You must keep looking. Soon the pillar's secret will be revealed. You understand plainly there is more to this pillar you need to investigate. In time and further below. Alright, cool. We've loved a rock. Alright, we get +1 charisma for having the news of Norvik on us. We also know that he went down. Down maybe being somewhere this way. I know I said that whole entire thing about not taking stuff from places, but it's not bad. We can do it. What's in here? Look down at the pipe. Crawl inside now. I'm not gonna crawl inside. Your gut tells you otherwise. Hey Snell, check it out for me. Huh? Check out what exactly? The hole. Go inside it. You seriously think that he stammers and points at the pipe. You do it yourself. I'll help kick it if you get stuck. The goblin doesn't want to go inside the pipe because it's disgusting. Why does my constitution want me to go into the pipe? Fine, I'll do it myself. You get down on your knees in the dirt and put your helmed face into the entrance of the pipe. You can't seem to get further without immense force. You can do that. Just press harder. Enter the hole. Okay, I guess. Oh. We'll try and wriggle. It was an advantage roll. We had advantage to wriggle into this pipe. Why am I doing this? We had a gut instinct, I would say. Oh, we found the other thing that the guy was telling us to. I think. Oh, look who we found. Never mind. So that's where this pipe leads. We know exactly where we are. It's right outside where the dwarf was. Or not? No, it is. I have to run all the way back up. But now we know a shortcut. The zombie's not here anymore. What's that? Okay, it's a sign for the Lich House, which apparently used to be a dentistry. Have you seen anything? Where is she? The dwarven girl gazes around the halfway bridge before her eyes land on you. She says nothing for a while, just staring at you with no real reaction on her face. Hi, I'm the cleric. She looks around, clearly nervous. The cleric in you stirs with quiet confidence. You're worrying her by your presence alone. I'm waiting for a friend, but she hasn't shown up yet. I'm getting worried. I can help with that. Oh, okay. Do you really have time for this? Snell whispers to you. She fidgets with her hands and clears her throat. She has glasses. She wears a green coat. She's a human, but not that much taller than me. We were supposed to meet up here, but she hasn't shown up yet. I'll go look for your friend with the glasses. Thanks. I don't spend much time on Tolstad alone, so I'm a bit lost. So thanks. Nod and leave. And we never saw her again. Okay. That actually does sound like someone I've seen, maybe. That's a big seagull. See a bird sitting on the halfway bridge ruins. This thing dangerous, Snell? Nah, giant seagulls don't attack people. They do steal stuff sometimes, but don't leave food out in the open air and you'll be fine. The bird does not appear to react on you. The giant seagull. You have a number of traumatic run-ins with them during your youth. These are not normally a danger to anyone. Alright, we can leave it alone. Big fucking seagull. Maybe she knows more. The orc greets you with a bright smile. I'd like to know more about you. Little old me, I'm an open book. Where are you from? She doesn't answer you at first. Instead, she looks away for a moment and smirks. She's thinking of messing with you. You mean because I'm an orc and I can't be Norvikian? She says, looking at you with a stern expression. Yes, where are you from? Orc? She scoffs at you. I don't know, human. Where do you think I'm from? Where do orcs come from? Their mother's fucking gash. Last time I checked. She sighs. If you must know, then no, I was not born in Norvik. I'm from Blood City Bay. I ran with the war bands when I was a girl. Powerful warrior here. Took me all around the coast, she explains. Far from the cursed plains of Feltire. We were hired during the Third Revolutionary War in Reeds. When it was over, I stayed behind. As she speaks, you see her eyes glimmer. All those memories coming back to her. She's seen a lot. Those were the days. You're a strong and physically imposing woman. She covers her mouth and tusks with a hand. She's trying not to laugh. You got one shot. She was bedazzled by your confidence. Don't fuck this up. Do it. Climb that mountain. Tell her she has nice tusks. My God. Bet you can carry him around like a straw doll. You bet your sweet ass. Few men get the privilege. She's desperately trying not to laugh. Sweat tremors. Be wary. This could end very badly. Try to save it. Ooh, we fall. We failed to save. Your mind is blank, literally. There's nothing that comes to mind apart from the base desires of that aspect of your psyche we don't talk about. I suppose it's time to let it rip. Just go wild. I don't care. There's nothing that can be done anyway. Lost cause. Bottoms up. You all wrestle with me, a member of the Holy Order of the River of Norvik. She stares at you, mouth agape. Finally, the orc composes herself and says, "You know, I'd love to, but I'm kind of busy." Later then? I'll think about it. This doesn't feel good. Rhea looks at you with mouth agape, clearly unsure how to handle it. You've left me speechless. She clasps her hands together. Well done. Not often that happens. Now that we're done with that, do you have anything else to ask at all? Yeah. So you're working with the Free Striders. I don't work for the revolution. It's just a revolution. You fool, you knew that, maybe. I work for the Ascani Reeds Training Company. We promote the Free Strider ideals in Ascan. Currently, we focus on making sure this election process goes smoothly, along with other economic concerns. I enjoy working for them very much. Perhaps not so much on slow days like this, but alas. Sorry, I don't know any of this. You see, I'm apolitical. Apolitical? Mm-hmm. Glanced around your shoulders. She nods slowly. I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons I took this job, speaking with individuals such as yourself, hearing what they have to say. So thank you for that. What's it like being an orc in Norvik? My kind is quite rare, so she mumbles, her gaze trailing off towards the horizon. Some sadness, loneliness. You feel terrible for her. The occasional comment does sting a bit. I've gotten used to it. I know what it's like being discriminated against. You do? I'll be damned if you don't mind me asking how exactly. Members of the Holy River Order are a minority in this city. Technically true. That's kind of true. He laughs and sighs. Earthguard, you truly are an enigma. Oh, still in me talking about myself. What about you? I'm not important. Stare off into the distance. Saying it like that makes you sound anything but. Nod your head and leave. Just exploring around. Let's touch the surface of this thing. Maybe we can learn something from it. It is cold. Your hands run across the stone, finding it more coarse than you thought. The ridges in the spiral are even smoother. You find they are not at all coarse. You realize this was most certainly an esoterically constructed art piece. What's more, you do feel the outline of a script, symbols. Your fingers trace them fairly along the spiral shell of the snail. The symbols do not mean anything to you. If you had comprehend languages, you could understand the script just by touching it. Okay, I want comprehend languages. We'll leave this for now. Where do I get comprehend languages? It's like the second or third time this has come up. Who's leaving crowns in random ass barrels across the city? Such a sneaky staircase. Alright, let's try and go across this bridge. We can. Can I? No. Still find out that there's bicycles. Warm stone broken in half. Pure violence. This has to have been Fireball. Lady Chamar, mountain lamb. The hooded woman's cape flutters as an icy wind rushes through the Tolstead rise. Greetings. Hello. Her voice is emotionless. It's spoken from deep in her chest. The voice of a priestess. I am Chamar. I hail from the slopes of the mountain. She bows her head slowly. A golden horde servant. A human from Divini Torum. What is this golden horde? Yes. I do not have much time to talk. I am in service of the ambassador, as you can imagine. I am not here to socialize. Let's ask her about the tea shop. Nothing. I do not spend time on Tolstead. I'm here on business today and will leave soon. I am sorry for the destruction it wrought upon your city. Why are you staring at me so much? Is that a bad thing to do in the city? I mean, not if you have a good reason. What reason? Flirting or hatred? If you're flirting, flirt. Ow. She stops herself and looks away. Thank you for informing me, stranger. Ah, great. Somehow this hurts your ego to an intense degree. She does not like you that way. That's more than okay, even if it is a bit painful. I will stop making eye contact in accordance with your local norms. She speaks so mechanically. Strange woman. Personal questions? Do not have time for your inquiry. Understandable. Right. Oh, hey. That looks like somebody we need to talk to, but first... I seem to be injuring myself with the mockery that I'm incurring on. I'm gonna eat 2 of those and be at full health.
Oh.
Youth Asgul Modissa. You see a girl with glasses stuffing a mail slit with a magazine. Yeah, that's not a courier, he whispers to you. What do you mean, Snow? She's delivering the news clearly. The young girl gives up on trying to jam the slightly too large paper into the mailbox opening. Oh. She looks at you. She looks up at you, adjusting her glasses. Let's help her. Success. She takes a step back as you approach the mailbox slit. Cleric. Slightly press on the paper. With the force of at least a dozen angry muscles, you grab onto the edges of the half-entered paper and powerfully press it into the slot. You do realize once done that you probably didn't need that much force to press it in. But it sure looked good. I did not ask for help. But you got it. I don't have time for this. Modissa, you hear a voice call out from down the alley. Let's go. She glances at a stack of papers and mutters to herself, shit. We gotta get done before evening, otherwise Waterlane is screwed. You hear the girl in green groan as she grabs her stack of papers, and she rushes down the alleyway. Not sure what that was about. But did you see the armband? Asgulist. The armband, yes. He is an Asgulist. A bit too young to be an Asgulist representative. A bit too woman to be a high-ranking guild worker. Good to know. Is this the alleyway? Because, like, we have a quest with her. That looks like a weird angel thing. But we'll... Well, at least I can tell that... What is that? Not yet. Let's tell the dwarf where her friend is. We ran into her friend and maybe we can talk to her. Hi. saw her up top by the main road. Oh. Girl perks up and glances toward the top of Tolstad. I'll go look for her there. Thank you, Mr. Cleric. She curtsies before you. Then scurries off. Another good deed done. Now I can talk to the weird angelic thing that's floating above the ground. Yeah, this is nice. Nice RPG. So far. Some comedic writing, though. What's that say? Okay. What's the deal with you? Enter. City Sworn Angel. In the Coin Lord's garden, you encounter a porcelain specter. Polished armor, inhuman, her presence is both ethereal and demanding. She floats gently in the air, strangely unaffected by the river winds. Your goblin companion keeps his distance, muttering under his breath a word of disdain. Angel. Angel? The creature does not turn to face you. Then her many eyes simply pivot their gaze. That's a lot of eyes. Arcane cleric, she echoes, of the palace, script house, and Earthguard. The flowers of the Coin Lord's garden dance beneath her. Slaves to her beauty. This is the one. This Valkyrie. Keep her safe. You? Keep her safe? I'm pretty sure that she'd keep us safe. Being an angel and all, I don't think she needs our protection. She'll wreck you, buddy. Where? Point at yourself, Ragan. That's me, hello. She replies by bowing her head slightly, whilst her many eyes glare at you. She now lifts her chin. Then she opens her mouth to speak in a projected cold tone. Enter. She says her name like a declaration of existence. Not really an introduction, more of a checklist of etiquette. When she states her name, you realize her mouth is not moving. Telepathic communication. The goblin gives you an uncomfortable look. He clearly does not enjoy having telepathic conversations like this. Nell is joining the mind talk. Great. I have some things I need to ask. She just stares at you with many, many eyes. Speaking with this ethereal creature is unnerving. Oh, you're feeling something here, all right. Something fierce. You could shake her up with a nice comment. Charisma is constantly trying to, hit on anything. Yes. Stand tall, tell her how you feel. This is what a man would do. Alright, I guess we'll tell her what we think of her many eyes. We pass. Oh no. The smooth thoughts and endless love. It's overflowing. Pray tell, thou celestial harbinger of such splendid beauty and gleaming countenance, if the light might truly be of your making, for thine ethereal and glorious nature, beheld within the halo of eyes, is my duality which foreverly plagues my being and soul. The sun. The sun, I say! The sun is nothing compared to you. Point at her and whimper. Why are we whimpering? That should be said with confidence and strength, as we are a cleric of the palace. As you finish your rambling, there is a silence sweeping over the magistrate's yard. Foreverly's not a word. I was wondering about that as well. Now it is. Bow down before her. As your helm touches the ground of the magistrate's garden, you feel the urge, the overwhelming and excruciating final urge to tell this angel one more thing. You consecrate the very earth, my lady. The goblin's eyes dart back and forth between the two of you. He's expecting a retaliation. The words escape your lips like smooth, honey? Charisma, you nervously saying honey. Yeah, honey, I'm sure she loves that. It does not inspire confidence, Charisma. She looks down on you with many eyes. No response at first, but then she raises her head. Thank you, she says. A dry reply. At least she's not pissed. Take that as a win. You are the worst wingman, Charisma. Maybe if we had more charisma, our charisma would be a better wingman. Hey, Snell whispers to you. Don't mess with this fucking thing. Be careful now. Cut to the chase. She clearly has no interest in small talk. I'm here to investigate the tea shop. The eyes just stare at you. They spin gently around her. Great. Nice. We got that cleared up. She's very non-vocal. Great, so, the eye stops spinning. She can sense your impatience. This creature's dreaded self. I don't know what to say here. We'll go with, I'll be honest, I find you very attractive. Your comment causes the angel to turn her face towards you for the first time. Oh God, you're a dead man. Walk away, walk away, walk away. You can feel Snell sweating. Mulletki Prismatwit? She's mocking you for sure. Why is everyone in this damn district mocking you? You're the cleric. They should treat you with respect. You can sense she does not see you as worthy. Is that all right with you? Perhaps you should stand up for yourself. Where is Darrow? Coinoid Darrow is busy, she speaks. When is he available? She looks to her right, towards the building leaning against the ancient tower. After a moment of silence, she says, Coinoid Darrow will be available post-midnight. He'll only be available after midnight, between 00 and 0600. He'll be in his restoir. Several of her eyes look to the entryway to her right. Restoir is one of those fancy terms imported from Anuran culture, though it doesn't mean anything in Anuran. They kind of got it wrong. Right. She says nothing. What a conversationalist. She says only what is needed. That is commendable. Yeah, I need access to the shop now. Coinlord Darrow has requested no unauthorized access. But I am authorized. You are not. Damn, she got you. Don't lie, you're not good at it. You speak good human for an angel. Human is not a language. You speak this language good, though. I speak every tongue, cleric. It is not special. Your companion raises an eye. Really? Even goblin? Tami, she says, turning her gaze to him. Nak Tathu Gabhar. Oh, awesome. Good job, lady. He did not expect that. Okay, past midnight. Can you grant me access to the tea shop? No. Midnight, got it. Ask you some personal questions? No. Please? No. Alright, so we have to come back after midnight to get access to the friggin'... We have a long time. We have 8 hours. What is this place? So we can't get into the tea shop now. Basically, just gotta figure out what else we can do. The tavern tends to be a good place to... What is this door? Active machinery inside. Can I go inside? That is a rock lobster. Or what's it called? You glance at the ladder. It's one hell of a climb. Those cogs, they could swallow you whole. What kind of man, no, what kind of human cannot climb a simple ladder for 20 short feet? It would be embarrassing for anyone of any age to fail this. Let's try it. How good we did. I was afraid we could fail. Your eyes close as you do. in order to fully immerse yourself in the experience of changing your elevation. You're afraid. It's very high. Yet your body remains calm. But within a moment, you are at the bottom of the ladder. Let's go. I'm gonna investigate this. Anything I can take? Incense. Well, not that door yet. Cardamom treats. Engage the door. Wooden door blocks your path. Feel the handle. Oh yeah, locked tight. That must lead to the back office. Haven't been in here before, but I think they closed down a while ago. Heard rumors from some goblins that worked here. I think the owner fired them all out of nowhere. Let's try picking the lock. Why not? You had advantage. Your fingers work the mechanism with precision. Click, click, click. The lock gives way. The door swings open. You see nothing but black beyond. Complete, utter darkness. Can't see a damn thing in there. Navigate the darkness. You stumble inside, carefully allowing your vision to get used to the complete darkness of this underground. Storage chamber? Office space? Why don't I take lead? Okay. We have advantage. Let's feel our way through. You move slowly, hands outstretched. Your fingers brush against the wall, around obstacles. Eventually, your eyes adjust to the faint light of the doorway. You can make out shapes now. Careful cleric, broken crates, scattered papers, a complete mess. And on the floor, shattered glowstones. That blast, it shook everything. You wade through the debris. This place has been abandoned for some time. Dust covers everything. What dump? Search for anything useful. You sift through papers and crates. So we're just blindly feeling around in an office to try and find something good. Most of it's worthless. Old receipts, inventory lists. Then you find something. A notice, official letterhead. Notice of termination, collective action violation. You scan the text. All workers dismissed, effective immediately. Brutal. That explains why this place is empty. The owner shut down rather than deal with the organized labor. The workers deserve better. They did. But the world rarely gives people what they deserve. Tale as old as time. Or at least as old as factory work. It's bourgeoisie bullshit. All the way to the top. It's awful. He shakes his head. Ignore me. I'm getting tired here. You continue deeper into the chamber. At the back you find an office. The owner's private space. Check the desk. Old papers, ledgers, more termination notices, and then a drawer. Locked but poorly. We force it open. The drawer slides open with a snap. Inside lies a smooth stone, one with several faces adorned on its sides. It pulses faintly with esoteric energy, a magic item. Esoteric! We examine the stone. You pick it up carefully. A sending pebble. Useful tool, very useful. You slip the pebble into your pouch. Time to leave. This place gives you all it can. I'm not finding anything else here. Let's go. What a lovely delve. That was interesting. It's interesting we didn't get to see anything of it either. But kind of cool the way they explained it from just being dark. What is this blue a crab. You spot a crab on the rock. One of the greatest of the Ascani creatures. The Norvikian river crab. That looks more like a lobster than a crab. It does a little shimmy. Yes, cleric, that is a crab. Do not pet the crab. I'm not getting my hand cut off. You make your choice and keep your fingers to yourself. The crab, it seems indifferent. What do you know about the tea shop, crab? It snips with its pincers once. What, that crabby? Johnny Longneck blew up the tea shop? Damn, guess we'll have to find him. Johnny Longneck? Not again. Him and his dastardly plans. Also, I'm joking. Please do not take that seriously. We're not going into the Weedian Waste to seek out Johnny Longneck's crash site. Spoil sport. Alright. Take care, Mr. Crab. This feels like the only down that we could go. It's water lane. This feels like the only place we can find Frank, son of Frank. Time passes pretty slowly in this game. Stairs down to the bustling docks. Torn are the first of the river guilds. Okay. What is this? I wish I could read that. In the Commonwealth, almost dead, but not yet. Chosen strong ones on the wall. Let's engage him. Good forenoon, citizen. What's an Appleton? Scholar? He mutters and widens his bushy eyes. His confused gaze focuses on you. Life is pain. What? Terrible, terrible pain. Oh. He mutters and rubs his face. The wrinkles fold over one another like waves on a storied sea. Are you? He looks at you with his weary expression, then he rubs his nose and sniffs twice. Are you here for the invoice? A quick glance to Snell. His words come out in a stilted halfling accent. What? The invoice! Did I have an invoice? No. No? No. Oh. Oh, hold on. I've already paid that invoice. You're here for something different. He leans in, facing Snell. I hope Queen Goblin has no quarrel with this old scholar. He holds up a palm. Nah, we're here on the city business. Yes, I've got some questions about the tea shop. Tea shop? Then you're dealing with interesting events. The city has seen its fair share of great calamities over the years, and the tea shop explosion appears tiny in comparison. Probably, but I have some questions regardless. Of course. Curiosity is absolutely vital for keeping the old brain in motion, so I commend you, cleric. And you as well, my goblin friend. He looks around grunting. Can I get either of you some fucking water, or... He wields swear words like coastal winds. No, thank you. Your companion replies very quickly. You're Scholar Appleton, right? Yeah, me? Yes. I'm Schnur Appleton, he says, and bows his head in the chair. Scholar of Fordnip University in dedicated service to the progress of AIS. AIS? Alignment Intent Studies. Primarily, my expertise lands on the topic of alignment and its many historical and contemporary applications. Some bullshit, I will tell you. Alright. Bullshit sounds apt. These days, I mostly deal with others' forms of study. Specifically, I run this office here on the experimental technique of psychoanalysis. Analysis. What kind of magic is that? No magic at all. Although there has been some detect thoughts involved at some points in the development. It is a form of mind healing, as they call it. I'll be one to call it support instead. It is essentially the idea that the mental present is shaped by the mental past, and through dialogue, our unreleased unconscious ghosts can be vanquished. So he's a therapist. He wants to be a therapist. So it's talking about feelings. I know, truly horrifying. As a Reedian friend of mine once told me this joke, and I apologize if it is too vulgar for your taste, but he sputters out the words through little chortles. Listen to the vulgar joke. Right. A cleric, an arcanist, and a rogue delve into the lair of a succubus. The fiend defeats all 3 men, throwing them in her dungeon. But she grows to fancy them. So she offers them a choice. Each man who can successfully satisfy her, she will let that man go. Otherwise, he speaks with little fits of laughter in between, she ends them, so to say. This is going to be a long tale. You actually haven't heard this one. It is sacrilegious. You'll have to beat the gnome. Ho ho ho! Nod along. We're just gonna nod and let them keep talking. So the 3 adventurers debate in which order to go. Eventually, the rogue and arcanist decide the cleric should go first, as he is a virgin and will be least likely to increase her standards. Your goblin companion rubs his eyes as he listens to the joke. The cleric, being divine and so on, prays to his god and goes to the fiend's bedchambers. He comes out 10 minutes later completely unharmed and gives a thumbs up to his 2 friends, who of course both feel a great sense of relief. The arcanist goes in next, confident and arrogant. If the cleric could do it, the fiend must be easy. Within minutes, his bones roll out of the bedchamber entrance. The man has been incinerated by hellish flames. The rogue is horrified, but realizes, obviously, the arcanist overestimated his abilities, so he carefully enters the bedchamber, ready to put every ounce of effort into it. Less than a minute later, screams erupt from the bedchamber, and the rogue's lifeless corpse falls out of the entrance. The cleric prays for the souls of his comrades and gathers his remains for burial. The succubus steps out, smoking a cigarette. She tells the cleric, "My, your friends were truly terrible. They were just fumbling about down there. At least you managed to touch it a little." To which the cleric responds, "You're truly an awful creature, and I will pray for your presence to be exorcised from this plane of existence every day until the day I die." Then before he walks away, the cleric also adds, "Oh, but I did heal that horrible wound you had between your legs. Hopefully, that makes you less evil in the future." The goblin lets out a slight gust of wind through his nose. That is a terrible joke. That was a fucking awful joke. Funny. The halfling chortles loudly. My kind of humor, you might say. In short, you can view the succubus as an evil in the world which religious fervor would pray to repair. However, such reparation could often lead to a not so optimal path. He keeps on laughing. Or most simply, you could say it is a basic allegory for alignment itself. The cleric meant well for all intents, but his actions cost the lives of both his comrades. Is that evil, or is it good, and so on? Either way, psychoanalysis, yes, that's what we're talking about. It's about your feelings, thoughts, memories, choices you've made, things that have happened to you. They can bog you down, so to say. And the goal in my clinical practice is to root that out of my patients' minds and help make them aware of repressed negative baggage, if you will. So one can move forward more speedily. Sounds like removing a curse of the mind. In a metaphorical sense, yes. That's not the only thing I work on here. I'm currently exploring the dream of anima animus, a dream of man and woman. Sounds interesting? It is. Beyond that, I also focus on a lot of my own unverified theories. He slaps his knees and grins. The folk spirit, have you heard of it? Sounds like a collective folk view on morality. No, I have not. Understandable, it's not published yet. The folk spirit is the working title for my new thesis. Most of it is, if you excuse my Anurin Fucking bullshit. Is a Norn their version of French? But in short, it is how each folk share a number of core communal archetypes or myths. I've traveled around the coast to collect as many tales, writing down thousands of stories previously only passed down orally. All to see how well my theory holds up in the minds of so many folk. He clears his throat and leans back in his chair. That's a lot of options. What is love? Love! He lets out a frustrated groan. Pure calamity. Deadly and destructive, its nature is just perverted and foul. Because it is complete surrender without idealization. To love is to accept, without proof or demands or conditions, this complete surrender to another. Ridiculously risky. But it's worth it, right? Worth it? He slaps his knee, then he takes a breath, calming himself down before the punchline. Love is a completely unpredictable and dangerous encounter, and I have yet to meet a sentient folk which is not afflicted by it. And interestingly enough, I see no difference. It is universal. Elf love, halfling love, devil love. True love is always irrational. It is finding the perfect inside of the imperfect and falling entirely into it, swallowed by it. Some folk might act it out in different ways, depending on their communal nature or biological urges. But if you are one of the few who do not need it, good, be happy. If you are not, then good luck and may the gods bless your soul. What do you know about the tea shop that exploded? Oh, horrific. He gestures wildly towards the rocky wall. Shit started shaking. It was as if the red rock of Tolstead itself was cracking. Half a second or so. So you were down here when it happened? Yes. I think I was asleep, but the sound woke me. Okay. Hear anything about it? Rumors? You should not believe rumors, cleric. But yes, I did hear some nasty stuff. Some people seem to think the owner did it himself since he is missing. Some others think the city did it, since they printed a clear lie in the post. I also heard people say the Asgalists are responsible, since it was their hideout. Or that the Freeshars did it, for the same reason, blowing up Asgalist opposition, and so on. It's all bullshit, of course, don't believe rumors. Alright, let's go find some other people to talk to. Is it Griffin? You approach a ball of feathers and wings and really sharp claws. Magnificent creature. Too bad he's clearly overfed. Magical beasts can sometimes understand basic common. You could try speaking with it. It's a griffin, right? You will require speak with animals to communicate properly, of course. You see a pool of drool forming underneath the open beak of the beast. Oh wait, isn't that? There's an entrance to the warehouse on the other roof. If you want to get inside, you're going to have to get past this bad boy. The mythical beast snores gently before you. We shouldn't engage with it right now. No. There's free trade. It's a free Shredder Club. Seems like it's shut down for today. Okay. Is that the guy? No. Maybe. He's wearing yellow. Okay. I need to find a place to pass time until we're past midnight to get into that shop. Let's check our journal. We have a very empty journal. Yeah, let's climb the ladder. We're at the top. Why am I on this roof? Well, now I know where that goes. That's bad. Let's see what the north has. The temple. We have to defend the city before the election. I'm going to pray. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop. This is the basics of the tea shop. Okay. Contemplate women. Actually, I'm curious. They exist. They prosper. You will not have one, for they are not yours to have. Though there might be some who fancy you, if you show yourself to be a good man, or bad if you want the baddies. That's fair. Gotta be a baddie, get a baddie, I guess. Who is this? He looks cool. The Duck. A dark iron can of a man sits alone on the temple steps, his face obscured, an axe strapped to his back. He's kind of just holding it. Thick, heavy axe. This is a real man, a hero. I have some questions, good knight. His helmed head is slumped downward slightly. Is he asleep? Hello? No response. Good night, say something. The metallic scraping noise fills your ears. The knight is moving ever so slightly. His head turns. Your name? Soldier? His voice echoes out in the open chamber. Pure dread. This is a great warrior. Treat him with respect. I'm Rogan. The knight's head slumps once again. Speak your mind, soldier. What do you know about the tea shop? Not much. The talk. Why? Not like you can threaten him exactly. Do you have any piece of info that would help me? He goes silent for a while. A man passed through the halls below. Civilians do not pass there. Past the crypt entrance, through the Goblin's domain, into the southern caverns. So basically a deep dive, like some spelunker. Yes. How do I get to the sea below? He pauses, as if thinking about your question. The goblins. Use their passage below Viskin's lair. Right, the staircase by the apples, where you woke up. There are many ways down, but the passage in the chamber where you woke up, that would be a good place. That is the safest place. What's past the crypts? The roots of the goblin's tree. Then more tunnels. The southern tunnels. Then the sewers. Most are trapped. Once you get there, the alligator might know more. His grounds are near. Alligator? His rage is endless, his appetite growing. Do not anger him. He won't speak more about this horrific creature. A man, dark hair, silk clothes, headwear, dressed in yellow. Yeah, that's who we're looking for. Thank you. Now some other questions. I have a key. Oh, can I have it? No. You're too weak for that. Man's correct. You need to go back to your strength first. The blow is dangerous. You should make sure to prepare properly before heading down there. Perhaps bring more spells. Perhaps make sure to recuperate enough for you to once again be able to cast higher tier spells. It is embarrassing you have not already returned to your former status of esoteric mastery. Sleep blows. It is darkness incarnate. Do not tread without care. You never do. Okay, so we need to get stronger before we go back into the basement. How do we get stronger? Let's also save, I guess. For now, I suppose we can check out the tavern. Or not. I want a tavern experience. It opens at 1800. I don't want to spend a time for that. Well, this game is quite interesting. That is all the time I have for tonight. I like it. It is very much a D&D experience in a game. The most D&D experience I've ever experienced in a game in a long while. And not what I expected from this game. But we'll explore more later. For now, have a good night. See y'all next time. Take care. I guess if you want to see more and help out the channel, subscribe. Likes are cool too.